Gaslighting is reality distortion, but let's understand, at least for the tip of the iceberg, what does it mean and how it happens. Gaslighting happens when we see something in reality. Okay, let's say this is a bone of my dog, okay? A chewing bone. This is a chewing bone. Now, gaslighting can be internal and external. Usually it starts externally, okay? In general, after we internalize it, we can also make it, we can also generate it in other relationships. Never mind, I'm diverting from the subject. So, this is a chewing dog of my bone. Now, the person who gaslights me comes to me and say, no, this is not a chewing bone of your dog. This is a stick. And then I tell him, no, it's not a stick. It's a chewing bone. He said, no. It's a stick. And he means it. Or she. And what happens there is my brain that knows that this is by definition a chewing dog, let's say, of a dog, a chewing bone of a dog, experiencing a cognitive dissonance because the person in front of me is saying that this is a stick. And if it's someone that closest to us and we trust them, then we are very vulnerable when we are near them. And this vulnerability makes us doubt ourselves because we see a very confident statement from someone that we trust and usually love, etc., and have positive emotions towards them, tells us that what we see isn't really what's happening, isn't really reality. So we start investing our energy in fixing or understanding this dissonance and understanding where is the gap in understanding. And while we are doing this, we are wasting our energy. It's a defense mechanism. We are wasting energy on defense mechanism, okay? Instead of being productive, effective, and creative, etc., and literally just live our lives. And then this is a very, very simple subject with very, very, very clear object, okay, that we can define very easily. It's really not it's not up for debate. We can debate it, and narcissists and abusers and psychopaths can debate it, but it's very clear to us to see hard evidence, literally, that this is what we think it is. Now, imagine the same discussion happens in other subjects, emotion subjects, day-to-day talk, financial subjects, family subjects, etc., etc. You understand? Let's say, for example, God forbid, the abuser comes, slaps the victim, and then the victim says, "You slapped me," and then the abuser says, "No, I didn't," and the victim says, "Yes, you just slapped me," and the abuser says, "No, I didn't, you're imagining things." And they say it with the most confident and the most they believe themselves, because they really believe themselves. Usually it's again a defense mechanism, whether it's a personality disorder or just a defense mechanism. You understand what I'm saying? After we experience it in a certain intensity and consistency and for a long period of time, what happens is we start to believe it, and then we start to doubt our own perception and start to understand, to believe the abuser's perception, because they always sound confident, they always sound, or most of the time sound confident, sound like they believe themselves, we supposedly love them or feel positive emotions towards them, etc. Okay? And then we are just in a constant cognitive dissonance that drains our energy, keeps us in survival mode because we don't have energy for anything else, at least emotionally. We can function still. And this is in general what happens. Of course, there is a lot more depth to it, I will explain about it in other videos. Love you. Let's go. I will see you in the next one.